Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to Atlantic City. Today, yeah, I wasn't even going to make this video. I really wasn't. I thought that David Lindley was a household name. It just seemed as if he should be. But he's not. I talked to a dozen people today, my age. Not one person knew who David Lindley was. So, apparently, it's necessary. And this is because I am not a musician, and because I don't play an instrument or understand musical theory. I'm just a listener. I'm just a fan, like everybody else. I don't know the language to tell you how great David Lindley was. I've heard him hundreds of times. He played with Linda Ronstadt. He played with Dolly Parton. He played with Jackson Browne. He was with Jackson Browne for a long time. And he has a great solo career. He has solo albums. He's written his own songs. Done all kind great stuff. I can't play you the music that I want to play you today, but it'll be down in the comments, and you can listen to it there. Jackson Browne and David Lindley, along with people like James Taylor, early James Taylor, yeah, and others, but wrote songs of tragedy. Songs that taught me how to suffer. And I mean that from the standpoint that life is gonna throw some things at you. Just because things are smooth today doesn't mean that they're going to be tomorrow or in the next minute. That wave can come out of nowhere and just break right over your head. And you could suffer in ways that seem almost unimaginable. They taught you how to do it. They showed you that when the path breaks, they showed you how to ride that break. They showed you how to walk it through, to get to the morning. It's a skill that I think everyone has to a certain degree or another. And it's one that I was lucky enough to learn at a very young age. And I kind of needed to. A lot of things went on. But that guidance that will keep you on the path, that will get you to the morning, to the next day. That's what those balladeers gave a young kid who needed it. And I just wanted to pay a little respect to those people. You know, hard to imagine that I would have made it, that I would have made it through without the guidance of great songwriters and great performers. People that could wring emotion out of the neck of a guitar like it was made out of a sponge, like David Lindley. You know, people that could write the words that make experiences seem universal. That's great songwriting. That's great, you know, it's the reason that 50 years later, we're mourning the passing of a sideman, because he was so much more than that. I wouldn't be here now if it wasn't for those people. Those amazing people who were wise beyond their years, because they weren't that much older than me. You know. But somehow they were way older than me. I started listening to those guys when I was like 13 years old. And, you know, I mean, they were in their 20s. You know, and 10 years is a lot. You know, at that point in time, it's a lot. But, thank you to those writers and those sidemen that made the best records anyone could have ever hoped to have had. I had them. Had them all. They kept me alive. Maybe when nothing else would have. A debt that I'll never be able to repay. Rest in peace, David Lindley. And check down in the comments, and I'll leave you a link down there for Late to the Sky. I'm sure it's been at least 20 years since most of us have heard it. It's as good as it ever was. Thanks for stopping by, YouTube. See you all soon back up on the boardwalk.